All right, so what you're doing, you write down the thing. What is the thing I'm trying to do? Now, what about this thing is in the way? What feels so hard about this thing, right? When I put this into practice, what I find and what I think that you'll find is that it's really bigger. It's really never as big as what it seems. If you can break it down into baby steps and just do the next best thing, what is the next best move? One thing. Don't think past that. Don't think beyond that. Anything outside of what I've written on this paper doesn't matter, right? So all the ideas, beliefs, limited beliefs, the fears, the what ifs, they don't matter, right? That's the whole point of this exercise. And through doing that, you start to build the muscle of mastering your mind and not allowing the things that will pop up in your mind to stop you from taking action. So for me, I'm growing my Twitter account. I'm growing my online brand. So the thing to do is to reach out to bigger accounts, right? To networking. I'm not a people person. So networking makes me feel like so anxious and just so like it makes me want to quit. So what about that is so hard? So I write that down, right? What about it is so hard? Finding people, reaching out to them, what to say. What if they don't say anything back? This is what makes it seem so hard. Now what? What's one thing that I can do? Even though all that still exists, right? There will always be all these people talking on Twitter and all these people who already have all these large accounts and blah, blah, blah. Your mind will make up all these things that may have truth to them, right? But when we write these things down, we're weeding out the stuff that doesn't matter. So that doesn't matter. Now what? What's one thing that I can do that will still get me closer to what my ultimate goal is? So for me, that one thing that I can do is to find one account, make a comment. Do it, leave it at that. But what if? Your mind will say, what if this? What if that? What if you never do it? Then you never have to worry about failing. You never have to worry about all these what ifs because you've already failed. You're already still stuck in the same spot, right? So when all this stuff is coming up in your mind, when you go to take these steps that you know are necessary for you to get to the next space you want to get to, remember, we're moving towards a goal. Whatever that goal is, this is just one example, but whatever that goal is, you have to move towards it. You have to take steps. So you have to get uncomfortable. You have to move from where you are currently. And the thought of that for a lot of people feels overwhelming. It just feels like too much. I am one of those people. This tool helps me to break it down and take little baby steps, right? So in doing this, I can now see what I think is so big and scary and confusing is really not. Because I don't have to think about all of that. I don't have to think about the fact that there's millions of people saying millions of things all the time and I might get lost in the sea of that. I don't have to think about any of that, even though it may be true. Who cares? I know it will for sure be true that I'll never get there if I don't just do something. So I can do something. I can do one thing. This is the one thing that I chose to do. For me, I really need it simplified. So I choose to do this one thing once to twice daily. And that's it. I leave it at that. Don't think about it. What comes from it, just do it. And so, again, this is a tool that I'm using currently, and it's really helping me. If nothing else, one more thing before I go, what I want you to know, it's not about what you see as far as numbers. It's about the inner journey. This is always about your inner journey. So it's about who you're becoming as you do this. Who you're becoming, every time you do this, you're building a muscle. You're building a lot of different muscles within yourself. So you're reshaping yourself. Think about what it looks like when you build muscle. Your body starts to look different, right? As you do these things and you build within yourself, you are starting to reshape the way you look, the way you see yourself, and the way the world sees you. When you see yourself different and the world sees you different, the way the world presents itself to you has no choice but to change. So remember, when you do something, it's not about immediate seeing results. It's not about 1 million followers. It's not about 1 million comments. It's not about someone liking everything you do. It's about who you are becoming in the process. You're showing yourself who you are. You're showing up for yourself. And that in itself is building you, it's making you more abundant, and it's helping you evolve. And with anything we're doing in life, no matter if it's a career goal, if it's a self-healing journey, self-love, relationship, whatever, it's all to grow you. It's all for the experience, to better the experience, to better our quality of life. All right, so I hope that helped. Reach out if it did work for you. And thank you for listening.